Hello. It's my new thing, watch. Hello. Hey, what's happening? What's going on, man? What are you guys doing over there? Okay, this is just a quick video. Oh, nothing's quick with me. But it's aspiring to be a quick video. Where do I start? Where do I begin to tell a story of how great... Oh my God, I love that movie when we were kids. If you're my age, the original Romeo and Juliet. We had a kid in our school named Roman. Oh, he was fine. For a 12-year-old. Oh my God. So, I did an almost hour video yesterday, right? I wasn't feeling so good. I feel better today. I wasn't feeling great. Whole thing. I was like, well, let me just do it because, it can take, as I have said, it can take anywhere from 8 to 18 hours to upload an hour video. Sometimes it'll take 2 hours. You just don't know. You just don't know. So I thought, let me do this. I had a 10-pound lot. Should have brought it over here. No, it's not over here. And because I wasn't feeling good in the whole video, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And now, afterwards, I'm like, I don't even upload this because I'm just like, so I'm going through the jewelry. 10 pounds is a lot. I don't like big lots like that. But yet I bought it and I paid up for it. I paid out the door $101, right? So I'm just so mindless and I'm going through it. I'm just like, okay, nothing to see here. So at some point after in the video, I'm like, wait, what? I didn't order that lot. That is not my lot. Because as I've said before, I know what's in my lots. Like I always know minimum of 1, maximum of like 5 pieces, no matter how big or small the lot is. That is the reason I bought it. Even like I have lots coming, one I paid $8 for, one I paid $11 for. I still got them because it's not just for $8, because you add shipping on that becomes $20 for the lot. And so I just always, I'm obsessed. Like I told you, I blow up the pictures, I look for days, weeks, until they get here, blah, blah, blah. So when I was done, I went back and I looked through. I mean, I didn't really need to, but I would look through the pictures again because I'm like, none of those weren't. So I was real like, oh man, I'm pissed. So I sent him a message. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, would have been yesterday. And then I sent another one when I got a little angrier. And I woke up today to a full refund. Don't need to send the jewelry back. The first message I sent was like, you sent the wrong one. Send me a label. I'll send it back. Just please refund it. And the second one was like, well, if I don't hear from you by Friday, I will open a claim with PayPal. Because I've had to do that before with Goodwill. And so, yeah, I woke up to a nice note from Nicole from Goodwill saying, I'm sorry that happened. I don't know how it happened, but probably somebody put the wrong number, whatever, in the box. And I'm not super bummed if all the ones that could have, I didn't get, that was okay. Do you know what I mean? That I got the wrong one. It wasn't like, oh my God, I wanted that ring, or at least wanted to see that ring. It wasn't that. There's just a few cool pieces. So, I mean, it's over there in a box. I was going to, send it all back. There really, honestly, isn't much to see. I won't even do a video on it. It's just I bet that lot sold for $18 is my guess. Because there's just nothing to see. Anyways, somebody paid $18 for a lot and got my $100 lot, and they're happy. But I'm happy because they did that. Well, I was themey today. I'm proud of myself. Look at this. Look at what's I'm wearing. See, keeping time now. These stupid motion watches. They go to sleep at night when you do. If you're not wearing them, they just go, oh, night. I'm going to turn myself off. Lisa explained to me why that is, because I know Louis is the same way, and I know it's a cool thing and people like it, but I don't get it. Motion watch, you have to wear it. Otherwise it just stops. So I'm wearing this pretty glass, black and clear beads, and then this, I love this, ASMR, with the elephants. There's glass and wood and metal and elephants. Tigers. Yeah, I didn't like that show. Sorry, you guys. Didn't like it. Said it before. Nah, not a fan of Tiger King. Don't like seeing abused animals. I don't care how kooky the protagonist or whatever he was is. I don't like seeing abused animals. Can't do it. Can't stomach it. Okay. Is that it? Someday I'm going to tell, because I told Kimberly, I don't remember why, but I told Kimberly the story of how I worked for a madam in LA. Anyway, I wasn't a hooker, but I did the phones. So, I went to the Goodwill across the street. Boo. It's just so crummy. Anyways, me and one other lady were in line. She was in front of me, and I always like chat people up. I'm just weird like that. Like I said, I looked. She made eye contact. I said, "Is it Thursday?" And she looks at me like, "Is it?" Where's the lady? She didn't know either. She was about my age, I think. There's sometimes people probably in their 40s, and I'm like, "Yeah, she's my age." I don't know, but I think she was my age. I just think it was. I think it's Thursday. I don't usually go there on Thursday, even pre-COVID, because it's the $1 tag shit show, and you've got the people sending the shit back to their country, which is great, but they buy like 700 pieces of dollar clothing, and you wait in that line for them, and no. So I kind of had forgotten. Oh shit, it's Thursday. But her and I were the only two in line, and we got in together because a couple came out and this couple went in. So I continued talking to her, and I said, "Well, you go to this one, you go to that one, blah blah blah." And she goes, after talking forever, she's like, "There's a Goodwill. Do you go to the Goodwill books on where you don't care about the streets?" And I said, "No. Do they have stuff besides books?" And she's like, "Yeah, they have, it's very small, but they do have little knickknacks and other things." And I'm like, So it pays to talk to people and be friendly. You learn things. And I vaguely knew it was there. It's I guess that's not a place where I'm at very much. It's not too far from my house. It's just a weird little shopping center with a Starbucks, and it's hard to get in and out. But I didn't even know. I thought maybe it was a Goodwill, just book donation place. Anyways, so I go in, and I'll show you. I didn't get a lot. But I thought, I didn't comp this either. I should have. I know this. You guys might too if you're old like me. The Seekers, Georgia Girl. Hey there, Georgia girl. Go time. The 60s. Single. I wish they didn't do that. Well, what else could they do, I guess, Anyway, $1.99. And it's in good shape. I looked at it. It's capital. It's just cool. It's just vintage. And just ironically, let me show you. I'll do the irony in a minute. And then, because I can never resist a thing like this. I can't and I won't. This was $6. It wasn't cheap. This just totally cool mother of pearl inlay. And I might give this to my dad for his birthday that's coming up in February. I don't know. Is that for toilet paper? You're probably going to say napkins. Is that a good, not napkins, Kleenex, right? The square box of Kleenex. It just looked a little small to me, but maybe not. I mean, that would be but why, never mind. Like, why would you have to pull this out? You had to pull it out, put it in. Yeah, pull them out. But my dad's a woodworker, and he would appreciate, and my stepmom's Filipino, so she would appreciate the Asian, even though that's really not, I don't think, an Asian race. But it's just gorgeous. I couldn't leave it behind. And yeah, it was a really small, little quaint, very quaint. Like, there's a little chair I could sit in, and I will be going back there 10 to 6 Monday through, 7 days a week. Yeah, I just love this. Just, It probably comes from my dad. You haven't seen my tables that my dad makes. Oh my God. Anyway, gorgeous. We have two of them out there. The tables. He would love this. I might have to send it to him. It has the heart. You know what I mean? You can think of me when he blows the snows. Okay. So, I got another thing. This I couldn't resist. At first I picked it up and I thought, is this like Nightmare Before Christmas? Right? Is that your thought? Sally? Well, it's not Nightmare Before Christmas. Is it? Sally? And then I open it up and I'm like, oh, hey girl, hey. It's a vintage old, like 1960s Airline little sewing kit. Yes, please. SS Azure Seas, Western Cruise Lines. Okay. Well, it's a cruise line. But, I'm just always going to be attracted to a color scheme, blocking, stitching, thing like that. And absolutely, it was $1.99. Absolutely thinking that was going to be Tim Burton related. But even better, it's Azure Cruise Line related from the old 1960s. That might be my little chop. I didn't know. Okay, so the tie into Gregory girl. Again, you children watching, I love you, but you won't know any of this, I'm guessing. So, I'm in the back, and I spy with my big old eye these beauties. I mean, if you're my age, you will so appreciate these. Gold and silver lame go-go boots from the 1960s. Never worn. There is a little issue on here. It just needs to be, they're just so old. Here's what I mean by never worn. I never worn. Here, and I know I'm not going to use crazy glue, and I might just leave it. I don't know yet. The last pair that's sold on eBay that's looked like this. Now, here's a couple of caveats. Well, anyways, they sold for $450, the gold ones. Just saying. Anyways, I won't put them up that high, and there's wear in here too. See that crackling? I mean, they're as old as I am. They're 60. They're 60 years old. And there is a tag in both of them. And it says 5'5" medium. I guess that does not look, and I'm afraid to stick my foot in that. I'm a 7.5. That just does not look like a 5.5 to me. That's the only thing that's kind of freaking me out. I mean, if it is, it is. But it just doesn't look like it. But this is just Jane Fonda, Barbarella, Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking. Goodness. Ronan Martin's Laughing. I mean, I was obviously around to wear these. So, like that. But when I saw them, I'm like, are these some kind of redos? Or these, because I don't know fashion these days. And it just had to just take one look at the inside. Just because they were in such non-ever worn shape. And then as soon as I saw, I didn't even have to see a tag, but as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, these aren't, I don't even know if they did a redo on these. There's a little stitching. But even so, so the only tie-in was, this is the exact same time. The girl walking down in London would have been wearing these to Georgia girl walking down the board. I don't know what they call it there. What do they call it there in the UK? The Piccadilly. The Piccadilly Square. Notting Hill. Love that movie. Yeah, I did love that movie. So, I know fabric glue or probably even E6000. I'm so lazy, I'm tempted to crazy glue it, but I have a feeling that could bleed through and cause a boo-boo. But otherwise, and as far as the tag, I can't see what it says. The maker. Maybe you're not going to be able to see it either. It's so light. It's got like some numbers on it besides the size and a model number, and then, damn it. And the brand is on the top. What's happening right there? I cut my hair last night. That was like midnight. And I was like, I haven't cut my hair since the beginning of COVID. Yeah, COVID. We used to call it the row. Now we call it the Covey. My mom calls it the Covey. So it was late night. I'd washed it, and I was like, it was dry, but I did the thing. You know the thing. Did you see it on Shark Tank where you can buy the clip? Well, it's like $30. I was like, You can do it without the clip. The exact same thing where you just, first of all, you take your whole head, roll it over, pull it up, and then, figure out where you want to cut and cut it all off, and that just, your length is, so I took like 2 inches off, and then I went through and, so for the layers. And then I stopped, because I'm like, I'm just going rogue. It's like late, I'm not even looking, I'm just like, oh. But when, layered hair, like a monkey could cut. I had a monkey. Sadie. Did you know that? We had a monkey when I was a kid. Well, first we had a spider monkey. One of those organ grinder kind. It was legal then. And we lived in Whittier. In an old coal house, the Hadley House. At that time it was 100 years old. So yeah, like mid 1800s, late 1800s. The house that, 3-story, oh my God, it looks so Addams Family. And we also had rats and mice. Rats are a sweet thing. A very sweet thing. If you're creeped out by it, I get it, but when you grow up having them as pets, and especially little mices, oh, they're so sweet. And a chinchilla. Anyways, the monkey. Sadie. Okay, no, so the spider monkey, I don't know, we had her like 3 days and she bolted and happened to trees in Whittier. Never saw her again. Which, maybe we had her a week, I don't know, but she never came back. Thank God. She was like, you know what I mean? Like scary. And then little Sadie came. She was a rhesus. Sweetest little thing. And she had to pick all the, like to pick our arms and do that. Anyway, I don't know whatever happened to her. We had her for years. And I'm not sure what happened. I just remember one time, my sister and I came home from school, and this is my stepdad that was a mean, drunk, bad alcoholic. He had his moments. He was pretty nice to us. Like, he never touched us or anything, but never touched us or, bam, touched us. But he was just a bad drunk. He was a little fella, too. Good looking. Weird to say that, but in retrospect, a good looking man. What was my point? Oh, we came home from Palm Springs. Palm Springs, hot. And we go out there, and Mike, my stepdad, because I had 2 Mikes, stepdads, he, on the lounge chairs, he's just passed out, and so is Sadie. And it's funny in a way, like if you picture that, like, one's on one lounge chair, one's on the other, and they're both passed out, clearly, not just like peacefully sleeping, but just like, but Sadie, she was okay, but she was like, had a heat stroke and stuff. It wasn't good. We used to carry her around, or we used to he had a cage in our car, Ford Fairlane. And he had it like a, I guess a monkey cage. And so she would just stay in there when we drove around. Although she was tame enough to just be on her shoulder or hold her, so I don't know why probably so he could leave her in the car alone, because why wouldn't he do that? Anyway, that's the story of Sadie. And Sadie, he named her that after Sadie, married lady, right? Funny Girl? Is that it? He was bi. That's another thing. He was bisexual, so that's okay. But that's why he was divorced. The average straight man isn't really going to name their monkey after a Barbra Streisand movie. I don't think. So did I say that with this? I think I did. So you couldn't even hear if I would have uploaded that video. It would have been like it'd be like this. Because I had the headphones plugged in. So that mutes me. Like if they're, you know what I mean? If I'm not going, oh, you're probably hearing the jingle jangle. Are you hearing the jingle jangle of my necklace? This is probably not a good one to wear. So I was sitting on that, as I'm wont to do if they're not in my ears, they're like behind me. Yeah. Did a whole video like that. And I had an earring on, I was putting it on, taking it off, I had a necklace on, took it on, took it off, and never noticed. I was just out of it. I just wasn't doing physically well. Because if I had been that lot, like 2 seconds in, I would have been like, what is happening? This is not my lots. But I didn't even until after I was done. I'm like, wait, huh? Like in a fog, like, man, that's not my lot. I'm getting hungry. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. Oh no, somebody said she loves me doing the British accent. Oh no, what was it? Sometimes maybe I do an Australian accent. Accent, right? Accent? Isn't that more Australian? I get them confused. It'll take me 10 minutes to watch somebody on TV that's legit, one of those two dialects, and it's like, oh no, wait, that's not British, it's Australian. I prefer, no offense, I prefer British accents. Like my Surrey, he's a male and he's British. And I'll even sometimes say, like, thanks, baby. Especially when my husband's around, like, Surrey will, talk to me and I'll be like, well, thanks, boo. Love ya. I mean, why would you have a woman, like a woman, non-British person? But first of all, why would you have a woman if you're a woman? I don't know. I don't want a woman telling me what to do. Get. And second of all, if you can have a British man talking to you, why would you choose it? I wonder if you guys in the UK, are you like, oh, I want to get an American dude talking to me. So does it work? Does it work in reverse? Probably not, right? Probably not. I think the accent I do the most is a really bad sort of Russian slash Borat slash I don't know who, where, what land you're from. Because I think I like it a lot. That one. That one I like too much. Too much. But I don't know what is. So you can't get mad at me because you don't know, I don't know what accent I'm trying to do. But, alright, well, I said it was going to be short and sweet, and it was. Don't know how sweet, but it was short. I don't have any jewelry coming for a hot minute. Yeah, today's Thursday? Yeah, like I haven't even come until Monday or Tuesday. Unless FedEx decides. Let me see if these are all. Unless FedEx. No. I think it's just this one. Yeah, it's just this one heel that's decided to be like, hey, I'm 60. Let me be. Let me deteriorate a little bit, please. Please, please, please. Silver lame. Come to me. Did I say, I'm sorry, did I say they were $9.99 and 25% off, so they were $7.50 each? Not each boot, but each pair of boots. Each pair of boots. Twiggy comes to mind. All of the cool people. But it's for some reason, it was also very American, but this reminds me very of like Edie Sedgwick. She's not British. Of like something you'd see on the streets of London in Piccadilly Square. I think it'd be Piccadilly Square. That's no, it's an English accent. But it is. Okay. All right, I'm going. Is that a thing you love? Is it just me? Look at that. The inlaid wood of it all. And I just gave my dad a vase for Christmas, and he just loved it. And being like a master woodworker, which he is, he was impressed by it. He was impressed by the way that, he's trying to figure out how they did it and stuff. He was looking on the inside. Like here you can see. I don't know if you're not going to be able to see on the bottom, but you can see inside here that this isn't veneered. This is all the way through, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's not solid wood on the back. This is not veneer. It's puzzle pieces all the way through, and that's not the name for it. But I love it too much. I didn't take a picture of what I'm going to put on the thingy. Ding-a-lingy. Oh, I'm stalling now. Yeah, I think this watch will run. Love this watch. Run for fun. And then we've got the Zodiac. Yeah, I'm just showing you things I already showed you. Maybe I'll do a video. Maybe not today. Never did that when I was drunk. That was like a drunky thing. It's supposed to be. I'll do that 10-pound lot that's now free. even for free, it's not very good. There's a pair of Givenchy earrings, and they're pretty, but the one, what am I looking for? They're emerald shape, and they're clear emerald shape rhinestones or whatever, and the one is cloudy all day. So I don't know if I list it and just put like, there's, I'll show you guys. You tell me if I should be bothered. I haven't eaten, that was my point. I've been up since 9:30. Well, it's only almost 4 hours. Going on 4 hours. I didn't do my brows. And by do my brows, I go in there for 2 seconds with eyeshadow and just punch them up. Because they have a pretty decent shape. And they're not like they're not too thin. They've got some girth to them in my old age. And girth is probably not the word for eyebrows. I lost my mind. I'm going to go. I just had to share. It's not jewelry, but can't we call gold lame vintage 1960 go-go boots? Like, can you imagine the jewelry that you'd put with that? And I'm still just seeing like the British flag, like all that with that. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm loving it. Very Austin Powers. Very Austin Powers. Maybe that's where it's all coming like retro-y back to my brain. Okay, I'm gonna go. Right. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm My Pink Bag on eBay as well. Although, if there's something you're ever interested in, email me first. And I'm not going to tell you what my email is because it won't be relevant. So that doesn't make sense, right? It's mybag05 at Yahoo. My bag, baby. That was why. That's why I named that thing. Anyways, mybag05 at yahoo.com. I'm just saying that. Then you like ask me like, oh, is that on eBay? And if it's not, I'll sell it to you not on eBay. If it is on eBay, if you want to put it on eBay, I don't care. But I'm just saying that you will see things and be like, oh, what's your eBay? And it's like, in case you're asking about this stuff, it's not on eBay. Not this stuff, but the jewelry because I'm slow. I have 740 listings. Why am I still doing this? This is supposed to just be for like, just intimate things, intimate details. Maybe I'm going to do ASMR. I don't know how those people whisper ASMRly. They have this real. I can't do it. I am trying. It annoys me. I find it just creepy. All right, I'm going to go for real. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you real soon. For real. I'll see you soon. And yeah, it's all going to be okay.